Hi, how are you? Jason Labonte here. Really excited that you've joined me here today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain a few pieces out of a talk that I give that's called Attitude is Everything. It's one of my favorite keynotes that I give to organizations. A lot of times they have me come in and either open or close a conference with it, or maybe talk to a room full of staff. And what it does is it really provides some perspective for people and gives them some tips that they can use to not only improve their lives, but improve their organizational performance. So it's something that I'm quite passionate about. Now, the piece that I'm going to tell you about today is 5 steps that I've identified that you can take immediately to change your attitude. You see, attitude is everything. Attitude is powerful. Attitude is what drives behavior. Now, a lot of people get attitude mixed up with, say, personality. Personality is different. Your personality is sort of a combination of what's been hardwired inside of you. It's part of who you are. It's been shaped over time by your environment or by your upbringing. And really, your personality is hard to change. It might mature over time, it might adjust slightly, but your personality is who you are. Attitude, on the other hand, is completely different. Attitude can be changed. Your attitude can be learned. Your attitude can be practiced. That's the beauty of attitude. And it's powerful. Attitude is everything. It's a cliche. And why is it a cliche? Because it's true. Attitude is everything. Think about those companies that spend billions and billions of dollars to influence your attitude so that it changes your behavior so that you'll buy their products. Attitude is everything. So how do we control our attitude quickly to make it more positive? Well, there's 5 things that I've identified that you can do today to help make your life more successful, more productive, and both in your career and at home. The first step is focus on others. The minute you keep focusing on yourself, you're worried about different anxieties and your fears, and you're enwrapped, you don't got your head up. If you start to think about other people first, immediately you go from poor me to how can I help? The second thing that you can do to change your attitude right away is to understand your own flaws. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I've obviously made my share of mistakes over my lifetime, just like everybody else has. But becoming aware of them and accepting them as a part of who I am helps me open up. And once I open up, I'm less guarded. And once I'm less guarded, I'm more open to opportunities that might come up around me. So that's the second step that you can take to help change your attitude. It's understand your flaws. The third thing, count your blessings. If you were to start today by writing down 5, actually you could probably start with 3. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. If you were to start doing that activity, before long, you're gonna find that you can't stop, especially in this plentiful society that we live in. There's always lots to be grateful for. So whenever you find that your attitude is slipping a bit, stop and just try to write out an act of gratitude. And you'll find instantaneously that your mindset changes just a little bit. The fourth thing that you can do is surround yourself with optimistic people. Okay? It's the exact reverse of misery loves company. It's instinctual for us as humans to be a part of a group. It's a survival instinct. So why not make the choice to be around happy people and positive people? So the more you surround yourself with optimistic and positive people, the more likely you are to share in that attitude. The last thing that you can do, the 5th step that you can take to help control your attitude, is to find some friends or some acquaintances that you know and ask them to hold you accountable to negative behavior. Tell them to point out when you're acting negatively. Now, that's not easy to do. And if you're not brave enough to try to do that, you know what? There's plenty of other options out there. There's therapists and counselors. It's plentiful in our society today. So there's lots of resources and really no excuse for you. Okay? So those are 5 things that you can do today or that you can think about today that'll help change your attitude. Now, in my keynote presentation that I give called Attitude is Everything, I go on about some personal stories, some stories of organizations that I've seen, and I make a great case about how an organization can have an attitude and how that attitude can help result in higher productivity. Anyways, I'm so glad you tuned in today, and I look forward to meeting you at one of the many events that I'm going to be at down the road. Thanks so much.